I was born and raised in West Philadelphia. After performing, frequently, my mind frame is that I'm in front of an audience when I record, and I try to keep that same energy instead of downplaying it, unless the song calls for it. But besides that, that's my mind frame. It's more of a personal situation when I record, just as it is when I produce, or my dreams wake me up in the middle of the night and I'll start a beat, but it's either me or just ruins in the studio. And I became more skilled as an engineer, and now I record myself, so it's just me in the booth, and I try to envision being in front of a crowd of people and feeding off of their energy, and I'm feeding off of mine.
Besides the sky behind the eyes, the lane, they bring the rains and sing the pools and pools and soaks the flow. Child the crowd with sounds and styles and sketch the scene.
Chose to do the interview in here because this is where most of the creativity happens. In the other part of my home studio, that's where most of the editing happens. But in here, it's more personal for me. This is my room, for those who don't know. But I do most of my creating in the room because I usually create around 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning, 4 in the morning. Whenever my dreams wake me up, I got my little home away from home studio right here, my on-the-go studio. Very visual, film really inspires me, and it may inspire me to write more than music does, so especially nowadays. But if I wake up at 2:30 in the morning, I usually just plug everything up and start playing, whatever I hear, whatever I feel. So a lot of the creating happens here, and of course at night, and I take it over to the other part of the studio, and that's where the editing happens. Like most of my songs I wrote came to me in my sleep. Insomniac Dreaming. I wrote that when I woke up. It was around like 3:30 in the morning, something like that. And the riff was just in my head. And when I got the main riff, I played it. I laid the piano, I laid the drums. Most of my motivation for when I'm producing could either come from something that I wrote, something that I've seen. My creative process is very visual. Being a lyricist first. I remember I used to always take my mom's Gil Scott CDs, and she would always buy another one because I would break them. But I really clung to Gil Scott, lyrically and his musicianship. When I work with Ruins, I usually would bring a sample to Ruins. I would have everything in mind, the vibe of the song, how I want the song to flow. And I usually would bring Ruins a sample. Ruins would usually dismiss it, say that it sounds crazy or something like that, and we would bounce ideas back and forth in the studio, and by the end of the night, we would have something that we both agree on. Like, say for instance, The Bride. When I first brought The Bride to Ruins, I was in the studio, and I showed up with my acoustic guitar, and every time I bring my guitar around, he got something to say. But I had my guitar, and I was playing the main chord progression that I wanted to be on the song, and I had the sample in mind already. So I'm like, chop this up. This is gonna work. And he's being as negative as he usually is when we first start bouncing ideas around. But he started chopping the sample up. You know, he never bobs his head or anything, so we bouncing ideas back and forth. And after a while, he started bobbing his head. You know, 5 minutes later, I'm still playing the chord progression in the background. He turned around and said, yo, let me get on this song. And not to say that I would recreate something, but I definitely would study, you know, a musical theory behind what was made. And me personally, I don't sample. I don't even know how to sample. I don't want to know how to sample, you know. I tried it and it just wasn't me, so that's why, another reason why I kind of like gravitated towards playing instruments, because instead of sampling, you know, I would play what was in it.
She falls fast asleep. Excitement enters mind and Insomniac's dream. A life in his crimes, I'll be fighting Father Time. My hydrogen's a bomb, got me blown off that hemp. A fire's in my mind with the lighter in my palm. I'm spiraling.